Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get this back onto the WOD. All right, let's start things off with just moving around a little bit to get things going. Can I just get you running on the spot a little bit, please? Just a little bit running on the spot.
Olsen, the first thing you want to do, buddy, is you can mute everyone's mics.
Mute?
Yeah, so you mute everyone, and then they can just talk in if they want to. Like, they'll have to manually. That way there's no feedback.
Am I giving feedback?
It's actually pretty good right now on my end.
I want them to be able to yell. I want to hear the swear words. I miss it. The grunts, the curses.
Aaron, the only thing is, I noticed that it keeps switching from person to person. Like you should take over as the only one to see.
Princess.
I think it's doing that. I don't know how to do that yet, but I think it's doing that because whoever talks or makes noise, it goes on there.
Yeah, just mute everybody, and then it will do that.
Like, mute everyone.
Yeah.
Hang on. There we go.
Tom is technically the host. I think so he might have to do that.
Here, I can do it probably too.
Okay, you do it then.
Let me see if I can figure it out.
Okay.
I think we can mute ourselves as well.
Yeah, maybe if you guys just mute yourself, then it won't jump around so much. Everybody remember how to do a walkout. So you're going to go feet double wide, please. Feet double wide. And then you're going to walk down onto your hands. Yeah, walk yourself out. Walk your hands out into a push-up position. And when you're coming back, come back real slow. Really feel the stretch of the hamstrings. And then stand, get a good squeeze of the glutes. And we're going to do 5 of those, please.
Yeah, I think I need to back up.
Yeah.
Good, everybody's got that? Good, and once you've done that, you can just have a seat down on your butt, feet facing the camera. And hands at your side. And from this position, we're going to raise up the right leg, toes pointed towards the camera. We're just going to pulse up and down 5 times.
Wait, what?
Up and down 5 times. Yeah. One leg, just one leg. Left leg first, then the right leg. And then we're going to do both legs 10 times. Shoot for 10. If you got to lean back, that's okay. And then laying down on your back. And when I say up, you're going to come up into a hollow position. And we're going to hold that position for 10 seconds, and I'm going to count off. Ready? And up. 9, 8. Really pull the ribs down. 7, 6. Feet together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good. Relax for a second. How's everybody's chest today? Raise your hand on the screen here if your chest is sore today from the push-ups the other day. 1, 2, 3, 2 of you. Okay, we got a few more push-ups in here today. If you want to sub that out for a hollow rock or a sit-up today, if you feel like your chest is maybe a little bit overworked, that's fine too when we get into the Imam portion of today's workout. Okay?
Right here.
So next piece I want you to do is I want you to come standing up on both feet. If you have a light dumbbell or a light weight, you're going to grab that, and we're going to do a series of single leg deadlifts to start off with next. Those of you who don't know what the single leg deadlift should look like.
I found this.
With your weight, yeah, that looks great. From this position, you're just having one leg planted, and one leg is going to go back. You come down as low as you can, and then back up. And when you come back to the top, I want you to really squeeze your glutes at that position, okay? And we're going to do 8 to 12 sides, not alternating.
All right, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out, okay? Bye-bye.
Good. And when you're doing this, really try and make sure that that one hip, that the hip doesn't come out, that the hips both stay pointed forward, With the legs coming back, you can have a tiny bend in the knee if you like. 8 to 12 per side, please. Once you've done 8 to 12 per side, the next piece I want you to do is you're going to lay on your back, and you're going to have your chest or your weighted object is going to be on your chest.
Gosh.
Good. Once I see everybody in a seated position or on their backs, then I'll know we're all finished the first round of these single leg deadlifts. All right. How are we doing?
Good.
Good. So once you're done them, have a seat on your butt and have the weight on your lap or chest. So we're going to do some single arm presses from the ground. So with that weight, you're just going to be pressing from the ground, flat on your back, almost like a one-arm dumbbell bench press. If you have a kettlebell, hang the kettlebell off the back of your dumbbell, off the back of your hand. And we're going to do it for 30 seconds. We're going to do it all together, okay? So get ready, get into position. And I'll count off the time, starting now in 3, 2, 1. One arm, just pressing out and bring it back down. Squeeze the chest at the top of that press. Just going to warm up the chest because we do have some push-ups coming up later. That's 10 seconds. Natasha, you still with me? 5 more seconds. All right, then switch hands. 30 seconds on this side, nice and slow for the first round, and press. Nice and slow for the first round. We're going to do 3 rounds of this, and each one we're going to speed that up a little bit. That's 15. That's halfway. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. And now come on up to a standing position, holding your weight in one hand, please. All right, we're going to do the same type of thing. It's going to be single arm again, except for this time it's going to be a row. So you're going to lean forward, you have your hand on your knee or otherwise, and you're going to pull with one arm, just pulling for 30 seconds, trying to squeeze that back at the top of that pull. Okay? Everybody ready? Starting with one arm in 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds.
Look at.
Let's try and pull that shoulder blade in towards your spine. Squeeze. Lean a little more forward, Sam. There you go. How heavy is that jug, Trisha? It's heavy.
Aaron, can you ask people to mute their mics? It's hard to hear you.
Yeah, sure. If you don't have your mic muted, can you mute your mic, please? Thanks, folks. Good. Switching sides. Yeah, leaning forward. We're switching sides. Go ahead, Stace.
Hi there, my name is Michelle and I'm calling
15 seconds.
Contour next one. How are you? Good. I'm just calling to check up on you guys and see how things are.
Can you mute your mic for us, buddy?
To see how you guys are, but because of COVID, they've asked us to go home.
And pause. All right, so that's round 1. We're going to go back and we're going to do 8 to 12 single leg deadlifts again at your own pace. And then we're going to do 30 seconds of the press again, and then 30 seconds of the row again. When we get back into the presses and the rows, it's going to be a little bit faster each time, okay? So the third round, you're going to be going quite fast on the row and on the press. So going back to the single leg deadlift, bring that weight in front of you, lean forward, knee just slightly bent, bring it right down to your shin, and then come on back up and squeeze the glutes, yeah? Try to have that other leg go straight back. Try to keep your hips facing forward. You don't want to be a figure skater. You want to be nice and straight. Good. Keep your back nice and tight. Your core should be engaged. You shouldn't be rounding the back as you come down here. It should be nice and straight. 8 to 12 per side. And when I say something like 8 to 12, if you do 8 and you feel like that was really taxing and that's enough, then 8's good. If you feel like 8 is too easy, then you want to get a little more out of it. You can push it to 10, 12, or whatever you feel more comfortable with. Try and keep your balance on these. You should feel a nice little pull through the hamstrings. Once you've completed these, please have a seat so that I know you're finished. Sarah, can you switch hands with the weight? Thank you. All right, we just got a couple more. Once you're done, have a seat. So the next piece we're going to do is going to be going back to the single arm press. And it's going to be 30 seconds per side. I'll call out the time. This time I want you to go a little bit faster, okay? A little bit more fast twitch on this time. Is everybody ready? And starting with the same arm you started with last time. In 3, 2, 1, go. Faster presses now. That's 20 seconds, 10 more. And 3, 2, 1, everybody switch arms and I'll call start. Ready? And 3, 2, 1, go. Natasha, you don't have a dumbbell? Okay, I want you to just hold 1 inch from the ground. So go right down to the ground for me. All the way down, all the way down. And then push yourself up 1 inch and try to hold it as long as you can, okay? That's halfway, folks. A little faster this time. Once you've maxed effort on that 1 inch, just do it once, it's fine. And 3, 2, 1, good. Stand up again and get ready for the rows. Starting with the same arm you started with last time, and really try and lean forward. You really want to hinge at the hips here, so you're using all of your back. You're not just pulling it up with your shoulder. Starting with the same arm in 3, 2, 1, and row. A little faster this time. If you have a super heavy dumbbell, that's okay if you can't do it too fast. If you got a light one, I want to see you really moving it. Go ahead and start, Sarah, if you haven't started yet. That's halfway. Anna, can you bring the weight between your legs when you bring it down? And 3, 2, 1, switching arms. And ready? Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Other side. Dumbbell row. Yeah, lean forward a little bit more, Jakob. Make your back like a tabletop. How much water is in that, Patricia? It looks pretty heavy. Yeah. Just do a couple, that's fine. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, back to the last set, single leg deadlifts. 8 to 12 per side again, please. Back to the single leg deadlifts.
I'll send you pictures.
Nice and slow, Patricia. That'll give you a little more stability. If you're losing your balance, you're probably going too fast. I want you to go nice and slow on these. You can do a few less reps if it looks a little prettier. Once you finish this set, go ahead and have a seat again. Okay. Couple more. I'm going to change the push-up one here a little bit. Instead of it being single arm, we're going to do both arms at the same time. So I want you to have, laying on your back, have your dumbbell on your chest or kettlebell, and I want one hand on each side. Okay, and then from this position, you're just going to press it out like as if it's a bench press, and then pull it back. And we're going to do 45 seconds, and I want you to go really fast. Ready? Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Just warming it up.
What you doing?
Really fast. Push, 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 push.
Like a laying bench press, Yako.
Okay.
Once you finish that one, stand up with the weight in one hand again. 15 more seconds. Keep the speed going. I want to feel it burn a little bit. Try to keep your elbows close to the side if you can. Don't have the elbows flaring out. And 2, 1, good. And standing on your feet again. And the last one is going to be the dumbbell row again, and we will do 30 seconds each side.
Jesus, Pete, you did even more, Jack?
Get even more jacks. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Your fingertips should be coming to your ribs on this one. Squeezing your core, trying not to twist, right? You're trying to really use those back muscles. That looks really good, Stace. Perverts, you guys are looking good.
Patricia, yours is a little heavy, hon, so maybe don't lift quite so high.
Yeah, and not as many maybe. Only do a couple, okay? I'll switch arms, guys. And go in 3, 2, 1, go. Seconds. Wade, your phone's ringing. And stop. Okay. And just catch your breath here. If you want to grab a drink right now, I'm going to give you about a minute to go grab a drink, and then come on back to the screen when you're ready to go, okay?
Oh.
All right, the next piece we're going to do is we start in about, we'll give it about 20 more seconds here. Some people are off screen still. Ten more seconds. Save some of that, Yako. We got a bunch of push-ups coming up in the workout. All right, that's a minute. So the next piece that we're going to do is going to be a 15-minute Imam. All right. The first minute is going to be 30 seconds running on the spot. Now, if this is going to be a challenging Imam for you, once you hear all the pieces or you've looked at it and you understand that, or you start to get a lot of leg fatigue as we go through this, I don't mind if you kind of shuffle step running on the spot. But if you want to get the most out of this workout, then that 30 seconds running on the spot, it's high knees, and you're really giving a lot of effort into that running on the spot. Okay? That's going to be determined by you, and that's going to be kind of the scale for it. The next piece is either going to be 15 or 10 push-ups. I would very much advise maybe starting off doing 10 and 5 or 8, 7, breaking them up earlier than you think you need to. All right? And like I mentioned before, if some of you were here for one of the previous virtual classes and your chest is a little bit sore today and you want to sub that out for 10 or 15 hollow rocks, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay. The last one is going to be 20 lunges. You can be walking lunges, front lunges, back lunges. I don't care what kind of lunges you're doing, but I do want them to look nice. All right. I don't want your weight to be on the ball of your foot. On your front foot, I want the weight to be on the heel of your foot. Everybody drop down into a lunge for me, please. And just have a feel around there, right? Have a look at your shin. Make sure it's nice and straight. Make sure your knee is not caving in to center. Make sure your knee is in line with your hip and with your heel. Good. Switch legs. Let's go on the other side. Good. And now, while you're down in this lunge, just hold it for a minute. When you drive out of this lunge, I want you to put one hand on your butt cheek, the one that you're going to drive off of. And then you're going to drive off that front heel and drive up back to standing. Go ahead and drive. Right? You can feel that that's where the power is going to come from. If the power is coming from the quad or from the knee, that means your weight is shifted a little bit too forward. You should be feeling that in your glute as you drive up out of that position. Okay? So it's going to be 20 lunges, which you will have to do in a minute. So minute 1, 30 seconds running on the spot. Minute 2, 15 to 10 push-ups. Minute 3 is 20 lunges. If you feel like you need to take a round off because you're tired, your legs are sore, or for whatever reason, that's fine. If you're doing a scaled version of the push-up, where you have an elevated push-up, that's fine as well. What I really want to focus on as far as the push-up is concerned is that your elbows are not flaring out to the side, okay? This is a tricep push-up. This is a nice chest push-up. This is injury, okay? This is going to hurt your shoulders over time, all right? So keep the elbows nice and close. If you want to be as strict as you want on your form, obviously, I'm a big proponent of your chest to touch on every one and work through the full range of motion, all right? If you find that you're starting to dip through your back, starting to bow into that saggy horse kind of position, then I want you to start scaling that movement right away. Okay. Is everybody ready to start? Give me a thumbs up to the camera if you're ready to start.
We're good.
Hey, what's the rest period there, Aaron, for this?
It's an Imam, okay? So you're going to have a minute to complete each piece. So you'll have 1 minute. We'll do 30 seconds running on the spot. I'll be calling it out, and then you'll rest for the rest of that minute. So that's why I want you to really give her on that 30 seconds. Then the second minute is 10 to 15 push-ups. When you complete that, you rest for the rest of that minute. The third one is 20 lunges. Same thing. That's however much time it takes to complete, you get that much rest. So it's going to be 5 rounds of each total. All right? Is everybody ready to start? I'll be keeping an eye on the clock. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and running on the spot. Go. This is going to be the part where I want to get your heart rate jacked. I want you to try and run. Give her a little gas on here. That's 10. High knees if you want. You can hop, hop, hop in your house. No one can hear you. 10 more seconds. Up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. How your legs feel? Everybody feel okay? Second piece is going to be 15 or 10 push-ups. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Perfect push-ups here. Take your time on them if you need to. Breathing out as you press, especially when it starts to get difficult. Just like a bench press, you take a big breath in, then breathe, push, squeezing that core as you press out. Once you've done 15, just relax to the rest of the minute. How we doing, Anna? Started to get tough there. You got 20 seconds until we get into the lunges, so you want to be standing, getting ready to do the lunges. Ten seconds. And 3, 2, 1, 20 perfect lunges, please. Perfect lunges. Yeah, keep checking in with that shin. Make sure that knee is not caving in towards the center. You're not driving off the ball of the foot, you're driving off of the heel. Has your dog got a hose? What has he got there?
I see you, Scotty.
Nice. You got a partner on.
It's her hula hoop, yes.
Oh yeah, nice, nice. All right, we're going back to the running on the spot in 10 seconds. You can tell this now, you've got a little taste of the first round. You can see it's going to be a bit of a leg burner. If you want to add weight to those lunges, you're more than welcome to. In 3, 2, 1, running on the spot. If your legs feel good, then bring those knees up. Keep going. Looks good, Stace. Ten more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Breathe. When we finish that running on the spot, you should be huffing, puffing a little bit. If not, I want you to turn it up a little bit.
I'm having.
Going back to the push-ups in 10 seconds. And push-ups, go. If you need to scale the volume of the push-ups because it's starting to feel super taxing already, that's okay too.
Mario, try and keep that chin back, buddy, and not reach the neck. Chin back, tucked in.
There you go. Yeah, while you're resting and waiting for the lunges, if you need to do a few arm circles, a little in and out with the chest.
My God, I've been drinking too much wine.
It's all catching up. If you want to add weight to those lunges after the first round, you feel like it was too easy, feel free to grab your dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you want. Starting in 3, 2, 1, 20 lunges, please. Step onto that heel and then bring the other knee down. Good control on these. After you go a little bit wider, it'll give you a little more balance, okay? Feet a little wider, you're walking the tightrope a little bit. Awesome. All right, we've got 10 seconds, so we're going back to the running on the spot. This is round 3. How's everybody feeling? Thumbs up if you're feeling okay. Good. Too easy? I'm doing tomorrow's one too. I can make it real hard. All right, go. Running on the spot. Let's go. Up, up, up. Ten more seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Heart rate up here. 5 seconds. And breathe. Anna's got a workout partner too. All right, get ready for the push-ups again. Keep those chests moving. If you need to split these up, you got the whole minute to do them. You can take them up. 3, 2, 1, and push-ups. That's good, Sarah. Dustin's still cranking them out, no problem. Natalie, are you doing a knee push-up down there? Yeah, if you have a couch or something to make it an elevated push-up, I would like that as well. And rest from those if you've done those. Mario, you're starting to sink a little bit, bud. I don't mind if you reduce the range of motion if you keep that nice plank, okay? Going back to the lunges here in 10 seconds. We're doing good, guys. We're over the halfway point now. 3, 2, 1. Lunges. Keep that form on the lunges. Take your time with them. I'd rather 20 perfect ones than 20 fast ones that aren't as good. Oh, Pete was attempting to add weight to the movement. The cat wasn't having it. Yeah, take a solid step. Weight in the heel. Good. We got 10 seconds until we're going back to the running. How are you guys' legs feeling? Starting to feel it yet? So this is where you got to check in with the running. If you want to ease it off on the running, if your legs starting to feel like jello, or if you want to really push it into a next year. And go. Jogging on the spot. Come on, Derek, get that bike moving. A nice gym. Good. Still some good, a lot of good hustle out there still. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, and breathe. Round 4 of the push-ups coming up. So you might need to scaling options for these push-ups, reduce range of motion, find something that you can do the push-up on if you need to. If you only go halfway down, I'll take that. I don't really want you to go onto your knees for this one. I want to keep that midline stable. I want that midline stability portion. Starting the push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keep that core tight, ribs tucked. That perfect plank. No saggy backs. Good. I hope everyone's breathing heavy now. We are going back to the lunges. This is round 4 of the lunges.
How many of us are in class, Aaron?
What's that?
How many of us are in class at the moment?
I think 25, someone said.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 25 total right now. Lunging, ready, and go. This is round 4. Good time to check in with that front shin. Make sure that the knee is not traveling past the toe. That front shin should be very vertical.
Oh, it's still going.
So making it a walking lunge, going for a cruise around the room. Good. All right, last round of running on the spot coming up in 5 seconds. Ready to run in 3, 2, go. Last round of running, guys. Whatever you got left in the tank for the runs, give it out here. It's good, Stace. It's good hustle. Nice high knees there. Good. A lot of good hustle on the runs and rest. Breathe. Really appreciate that, guys. It was good hustle on the run for the last round. Last set of push-ups coming up. You got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push-ups. Last round of push-ups. Breathing out as you press. Keep your ribs tucked towards your hips. Core stays nice and tight. Good job, Kaylee. You still got 30 seconds left. If you didn't get them all, breathe for a second. Try to get a couple more. Good. Last round of lunges coming up. After the lunges, we got a little quarantine flutter kick workout. Quarantine. That's my new word, quarantine.
Yeah.
And go. Running. Or sorry, lunges. My mistake. My first time. This gym's gonna be bodyweight kings by the time we get back. Nice. All right, once you finish the lunges, that is the 15-minute Imam. We do have a little flutter kick Tabata. That's going to be the last little piece that we're going to do. I'm going to give you about a minute or so here to grab a drink, catch your breath, or whatever you need to do. And then we're going to get into the flutter kicks. If you don't know how to do a flutter kick, you're going to be laying on your back, and you can either do this from a hollow position where your arms are raised up and your ribs are tucked, or you can have your hands underneath your butt as a scale underneath the small of your back, and we're going to be fluttering our feet just like that for 20 seconds on and for 10 seconds rest. Okay? It's going to be a Tabata, and I will be counting it out. Who did we lose here? We lose Wade? Jen and James, how you feeling? You guys good? Everybody ready for this part? Last piece? All right, let me start.
Still on. There you go. He's just adjusting his camera.
Okay, he's just there.
He wants us to see up his shorts.
Previews. All right, we're going to start the Tabata here, starting in 7 seconds.
Exercise.
And go. Flutter kicks. 20 seconds worth. If it's too hard, tuck your hands under your small of your back. If it's too easy, bring your hands up above your head into a hollow position and try stay tucked. And rest. 10 seconds rest. That's round 1 of 8.
Exercise.
Go. Go as many rounds as you can.
Rest.
That's a rest.
Exercise.
And go.
Oh, they're still going. Awesome. Look at the crowd today.
Hey, Thomas.
Tommy, we can hear you there, bud.
Yeah.
Nope.
Rest. Quarantine. Go. Round 4. Right, flex those quads. Should burn. Yeah, if you need to scale, bring your hands underneath your small of your back. And rest. And go. Point the toes. Quads are flexed. And rest. Go. This is round 6. Make sure everybody is signed into Wodify at some point today if you haven't already, folks. We want to keep track of how many people are coming to these things. And rest. If there's ever a day where you can't make it at the scheduled time, it's always recorded. You can always do it after by yourself. More, Stace, there's more. I know that look. Burn. Quarantine. Rest. You got one more. If you start feeling like this is starting to light up your low back a little bit, then you can just do a tuck into a ball for the last one if you need to, okay? Just pull your knees to your chest if you need to. Go. Let's see your feet. Come on, show me your feet.
I probably should have had pizza for lunch before this.
Rest. Who had pizza for lunch? That's the last one. All right, we do have a little bit of stretching to end things off with here today, folks. What I would like you to do, and I don't know if you have the capability to do this where you're currently at, but the first one we're going to do is going to be a couch stretch, okay? If you don't have a couch that you can put your toes up on, or you don't know what that is, essentially what you're trying to do is bring your leg up behind you and stretch that quad. You kind of see. You can either do that just standing and holding on to something is fine, or if you want to do the full couch stretch, then you're going to have your toes on the edge of the bed, on a couch, actual couch, or on a chair or something else. Otherwise, you can just hold the leg, but we're going to hold it for 2 minutes, and I'm going to count off the time. Okay, so it's going to be 2 minutes per side. Give me 1 second. Starting with the right leg and go. Stretch. How are we all feeling?
Good.
Good.
You can pick it up a bit.
Two minutes is a long time, maybe too long. Let's do a minute, then switch. A lot of you are standing. I gotta swing. I gotta change it a bit. It's easier when you're on the ground doing the whole couch. A little more difficult when you're trying to stand in place. 10 more seconds. And go ahead and switch. Bring the other leg up. Nice and easy there, Mario. Gently into that one. I've been doing these home WODs with Leah. She's been kicking my ass.
Leah always kicks your ass.
True. I can't compete with Leah anymore.
Well, she's not there today.
No, she's running. Good, and rest. All right, last piece we're gonna do is gonna be a pec stretch. Now you might need something to grab onto in order to do this. Ideally, what I'm looking for is you holding on to something and just turning that torso. You can use the top of a chair, wall, anything you can find. If you're off camera for this one, that's okay. And we're gonna hold this for a minute per side. Yeah, I just want to open up the chest. We did a lot of push-up stuff today. Ideally, when I'm doing this, sometimes I'll turn my thumb to the back to really open it up through the shoulder. Let's go for another 20 seconds here. Five more. And let's switch sides. Good. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Good. 10 more seconds on this one. And rest. All right. Awesome job today, folks. Appreciate especially the run effort on everybody. Had some good runs in there. People really trying to give her on those runs. It went really well. So just a reminder to stay hydrated. Make sure you get lots of water in. I don't know how your guys' sleep schedule has been, but I can't stress enough how important that is in order to keep your immune system strong and active. Okay, so if you need to take naps or whatever you need to do to get the 7 to 9 hours that you need for this, make sure you're getting it. It's probably one of the most important pieces. So I appreciate you guys coming out here today and giving me a little bit of your time. I hope it was a fun class. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm doing the tomorrow one too. And we'll just break 3, 2, 1.
Good.
Thanks, Aaron.
Awesome.
Great job.